So, this channel isn't only about EFT and astrology and all that stuff, it is also about my own journey. And while my phone's battery is still alive, and while my SD card isn't full, let's just talk all day long while I watch the sunset. So, lately, things have been quite interesting. Not only because of the solar storm lately in early this month of June 2025, but I have also noticed some things. I noticed that before there used to be a fire, and now there isn't a fire here within. And I've been thinking about it. And today I feel the fire because things flow effortlessly. And that means one thing. If they didn't flow effortlessly, that means my mind would be the one talking through me. Because the mind, always full of concerns, always full of fears, it's normal. It's like the stage fright, yeah? But nah, not today. The fire comes from the heart. So, the heart is here. But why is it here now? And why isn't it here sometimes? That's quite an interesting question to think about. And technically, we should always speak from the heart and live from the heart overall. So everyone's challenges in that regard may differ, and in these past few years I've learned a lot about myself and the world, and I've done it through many unique methods, which I have been talking here to you about. Astrology, for example, that's one. Dream interpretation is also another. Those methods that talk about more hidden aspects of life, that go deeper in the subconscious, and I find them useful, and when done right, that can have great benefits for your own self-awareness, for your own health even. And yeah, it feels like sometimes that's not enough, because that's just theory. It isn't practical advice, although both can provide practical advice indeed, but it means nothing if you don't follow it, right? So yeah, in my own challenges I realize that certain things that should be okay for anyone to do may not be good for certain people to do. And here's an example, and probably the reason why I'm doing this video. Like, the heart means something is flowing, your soul is flowing through you. And intuition, it kind of works the same. So is it fair to say that both are connected? I say so because the mind interferes with intuition. You may think things and then you think you're having intuition, but no, it's just the mind, it's just another thought. And I know that's hard to do for nearly everyone in the world. Hell, it's even hard for someone to have intuition, because everyone nowadays is stuck in the mind. And to shift from living through the mind into the heart, it's a challenge, it's a lifelong challenge. And I realized that has been the case for me since ever. And I'm not quite there yet, of course, or I wouldn't have this video rolling right now, yeah. But it's a learning experience. And so structure versus flow. Might as well call the video something like this. So, structure implies thinking about how you do things. In my perspective, it also involves doing something that relates to autopilot, like structuring things. It's like micromanaging things. Structure is important, like the universe, our own bodies. They are structured in the way that you see on the screen. That wall behind me, that's all structured. The atoms, the electrons, yada yada, they're all together in a certain sequence, and that's how things are. But flow, heart, structure is mind, and you can say there's a higher mind creating what you see. But that's a discussion for another day. However, I want to focus on the part of the flow, the heart, and the intuition as well. It's all connected. So, considering the concepts of North Node and South Node in astrology, being that the South Node is the comfort zone of the soul, and the North Node the discomfort zone of the soul, which means that you should step away from the comfort zone of the South Node and go straight to the uncomfortable zone of the North Node, which is where you learn the most, grow the most. For me, considering my own challenges, I say that flow, heart, intuition is my North Node. And of course, everyone's North Node and South Node on a literal level, like when it comes to their own birth chart in astrology, there are 12 possibilities. And yeah, things may be common for some people, but of course they will have differences, and those differences may change, of course, when it comes to astrology based on their own chart, but that's not the point. Like someone in life who is very used to being a certain way, and in this context I mean being mind-centered, being heart-centered is where the person wants to be, because that's, and I have some bug in my leg. Being in the middle of the grass is kind of weird, but whatever. Being in the heart is and it's like an analogy towards the North Node. It's where many want to go, including me, because that's where the higher path is. Feeling, intuition, you get higher guidance. It's not something based from the limitations of the mind. You make decisions and you feel where to go and what to do based on something much better than whatever is in the mind. Of course, the mind is useful, but it shouldn't be the leader, ever. No. The heart, the intuition, are the natural born leaders. The mind is there to help, not to lead. So, with this in mind, no pun intended, with this in mind, I think about the structure of someone's life, of my life. If you have been following this channel, you have noticed me posting videos quite more often lately, and that's structure. That's structure because I want things to work. I want to provide content for you all. I want to show you what I've learned, of course. It doesn't make sense to keep things only for me, although that would be the easy way out, because in the past I have told things to people and they weren't well accepted, and that's part of my learning experience, of my journey. So, with that in mind, I feel like structure is good, of course. But is it good in this context? That's the €1 million question. Because when you structure things, you end up entering in some sort of an autopilot. And could it be that the autopilot is the thing that is stopping me from feeling that fire within? Because, like I said, spending a whole life living from the mind and being the goal living from the heart, it feels somewhat counterproductive. I've met not literally, like I've known people who I look up to online. For example, I remember hearing the story of a YouTuber called Aaron Doughty. He said that he started making a YouTube video once per day, and many years ago, until not long ago, I wanted to do that. And that's why I'm now consistent in making YouTube videos. Like, I've been uploading like 3 YouTube videos, 3 videos per week, either shorts or long videos, but I've been doing it, and that's good. But he found success. He tried a lot to do that, but perhaps he entered this north node. He entered an uncomfortable zone for him. And technically, when we do something new, we are doing that as well. But is this the uncomfortable zone for me? Expressing myself? I'd say that it's a challenge sometimes. But again, it's a challenge because I'm in the mind. If I say things from the heart, it's no big deal. So yeah, even though that every process, every part of someone's journey helps someone grow, could it be that that's not how I'm supposed to do things? Maybe I'm not supposed to follow structure here on YouTube, and maybe in other things in life as well. Maybe I'm supposed to allow inspiration to come and to do videos when I'm inspired, when my heart says so, like now. And so that raises lots of questions. How do I say? I'm looking behind me, and I guess that inspires me to say what I want to say. Where is the line, the silver lining? Where's the balance? Where's the structure good for me and for you? And when is the structure not good for me and for you? Should I find a balance between structure and flow? Should you find a balance between structure and flow? Should I be all structure and no flow? Should I be all flow, no structure? That makes you think, right? Yeah. It's not linear at all. So, wow, the sun is quite red. Damn. Let me show you. I don't think the perspective won't be very good, but worth a try. Let's see. No, you can't see anything. Yeah. But yeah, it's looking quite pretty. So what should you do? Of course, you shouldn't be someone's copy paste. You should, like, as I said, I've learned a lot of good things from people I look up to. I have learned stuff like EFT from someone. I have learned astrology from another one, although it was some sort of not trial by fire, more like I was like the test subject. I wanted to see how things could be. And the source where I found astrology, really good. It could be a con artist, but it wasn't. And I'm thankful that so far in life, for what matters, what truly matters, I found good teachers, good people that show me the real deal, not some fake bullshit. And fake bullshit could be like following something blindly, and these notifications keep popping up. The SD memory is running out, so I guess I should wrap up this quickly.